What do they actually teach you in nursing school? Had a nursing student asking about teaching methods in nursing school. This nursing student, they're a little upset because they thought nursing school would be a lot more in depth, a lot more engaging, and they feel that nursing school is just regurgitation of information so that you are going to pass the NCLEX. So they're basically teaching you everything you need to know to pass an exam. I would love to lie to you and say that that's not true, but it is. The truth of the matter is, nursing school is simply the very first stepping stone along your path in your journey as a nurse. If you think or you expect to learn everything you need to know in the short amount of time that they spend with you in nursing school, I'm sorry to say you are completely and utterly wrong. Should nursing school be more engaging? Well, of course. But you have to keep things in perspective. There really is a nursing shortage out there. And maybe it's not a nursing shortage at the bedside or in the clinical environment. There's a great nursing shortage of nurse educators. We ain't got enough nurses to teach the new people. Know what I'm saying? This is a challenge. I mean, it's hard. One of the things that this particular tribe member was a little upset with is that they're not as engaging as they thought they would be, or that they feel that their instructors, their professors, their teachers, that they're just spitting out the information to get through the chapter so that you can take the exam and move on to the next. It's probably true. Every nursing instructor, every professor is a little different. Of course there's going to be more engaging educators than others. I would like to say that maybe this particular nursing student just got handed a bad deal. In my many times that I've had to return to school, 3 times I've gone back to school, every time it was something completely different, and it was at different levels. I started in a diploma program where I did a 2-year associate's. I didn't even get an associate's degree, I just got a diploma. Then I went back and got my bachelor's. Then I went back and got my master's. And each time, it was a little different. Each time, there were professors that were the bomb.com. They just knew their stuff, and they wanted us to learn it, no matter how that is. They were able to teach it in such a way that it incited passion. They could teach it in 3 different ways, not just the single way that it says in the book, there is more than one way to skin a cat, and they were familiar with all of those ways, or they could at least convey to you that, hey, you know what, there's more than one way to do this. There's a lot of stuff in your first round of nursing school that's just flat out boring. Good God Almighty, is it boring? But it's required, it's needed. It is the first step in many to get you where you need to go. There's a lot of hoops you're going to have to jump through in order to become a nurse. Welcome to nursing. Nursing school truly is just a stage of your profession where you got to get in. Doesn't matter how great you think you are and how talented you may be. If you can't pass the NCLEX, nothing else matters. So going through nursing school so that you can pass this exam is kind of important. I've talked about it before. The NCLEX sucks, but it is one of the best things out there because it weeds out the non-hackers. This is where it is a make or break environment. Yeah, it sucks that 4 years, 2 years, 3 years of education comes down to a singular exam. But guess what? We're not the only profession that has to do that. I would like you to go talk to physical therapists, occupational therapists, respiratory therapists. Go talk to physician assistants. Go talk to physicians. If they don't acquire the given certification or given advancement, title, then they don't get to practice either. Goes for surgeons as well. Surgeons can practice for, I don't know how many years it is, for the first year or two before they have to become, I don't want to say certified, but they have to acquire their fellowship. After their fellowship, they have to take their certification exam. And their exam is a tad bit more involved than ours. Let me just say that out loud. But everybody has to do it. It's one of the hoops that we all have to jump through. And I don't care how much engagement you're asking for. If you can't pass the NCLEX, all bets are off. Most nursing schools, the way that they rate, the way a nursing school gets more attendance and becomes more reputable is by pass-fail rate. Because that's what it's about. I hate to say it. You go to nursing school so that you become a nurse, but you can't become a nurse if you don't pass the NCLEX. You can have 4 years on your belt. You can get your bachelor's degree. But if you can't pass the NCLEX, it really doesn't matter. So while this particular nursing student is not happy with the structure, it is absolutely the most important thing to start your career. Because guess what? Just passing the NCLEX, that's just the beginning. Now the hard part starts. So, take it one step at a time, and how about you pass the NCLEX first? And then we can talk again.